today's deep dive into an important political economic concept, the Washington Consensus, which has a great influence in shaping our world economic system. But how has it become an influential factor in our world economy, and what is it all about? So it is basically a bundle of economic policy prescriptions and reforms that gained prominence in the late 20th century and is advocated by major financial institutions of Washington DC, such as IMF, World Bank, and United States Department of Treasury, and these institutions are controlled by U.S. government for prosperity, also to extend their influence to the overseas. The term Washington Consensus, coined by John Williamson in 1989, during a crucial time worldwide, it marked in the beginning of the end of the Cold War, with China in the early stage of its quasi-market economy transition, the Russian Empire collapsing, Latin America was in debt crisis, US fully in the grip of Chicago school policies supporting neoliberalism and free market economy. During this period, the concept emerged, and the US as a significant superpower played key role in shaping the economic system, and also modern capitalism had taken over the situation. The 10 reforms of Washington Consensus are maintaining fiscal discipline by reducing national budget deficits, redirecting spendings from politically popular areas towards neglected fields which has high economic returns, reforming the tax system, allowing the market to determine interest rates, maintaining competitive single exchange rates, liberalizing trade, permitting inward foreign direct investment, privatizing state-owned enterprises, abolishing policies that restrict competition, and providing secure and affordable property rights. These reforms initially were suggested by Western elites, particularly for Latin America. Uh, to recover from its debt crisis. Later, it spread from developing countries to all over the world. So, how did this concept spread across the world? Uh, in this case, the IMF played a prominent role in increasing market forces in exchange for the financial help by providing standby loans, attached conditions attached through structural adjustment programs. These programs required countries to open up their centrally planned economies to implement the 10 policy reforms associated with Washington Consensus. Which basically indirectly turning them into economic feeder for U.S. government, and the debtor countries become more prominent on paying down debt, and less focused on building social welfare programs and infrastructure. Critics argue that the real world implication of many of these points have been somewhat disastrous for some developing countries, because imposing Western ideals on diverse nations ignored the unique challenges each country faces. So it can be said that one size fits all concept led to these diverse consequences. So this is all. Thank you.